Okay, I just requested it, but let's see. Um, but so every Tuesday, you'll see that in Team Limitless, I will post a picture of whoever is going to be speaking and what the topic's going to be, right? So that way you can start thinking about what's happening and you always know. So that way it becomes second nature. So Tuesday, you know, before you go to bed Tuesday night, you're going to see the picture, the topic, and the link is going to be there, right? So you never have to guess like, oh God, what's the Zoom number? Or, you know, what's the topic? Like, you know, there's going to be Wednesdays at 10 o'clock, right? So that's that part. I would say that the biggest housekeeping note for the month of October is, well, there are two, but there's one real big one, and that is to attend Super Saturday. You're going to see me, you're going to hear me and see me say it again next week as well. Because Super Saturday, you just have to be at that event. I don't know if you listened on Monday, Carl Deichler was talking, and he had shared how, you know, for this fourth quarter, like we should be talking and meeting 3 new people a day. And that's, you know, Facebook, you know, just making conversation, just talking to people. It's not like, hey, drink this shake. No, it's just building friendships and relationships, right? And adding those names to your list. I think he gave like an equation of like 3 people a day at the end of the year is like 270 people or something like that. Brand new people that you've built relationship with that you could talk to. Imagine like what you could do with that amount of people if you would just talk to them, right? It's a numbers game. So you have to go through it, right? You have to go through that list. So when he was talking, when Carl Deichler was talking, he also had mentioned that at Super Saturday, that we're going to be taught more about hammer and chisel. And then he also had said that there is a new program that's going to be launched for next year, and we're going to get a sneak peek of it at Super Saturday, right? So you want to be there. And not just that, but it will always give you that boost, that charge boost for your business, right? Because life happens, and you can go hot and cold, right? So you need that boost, that charge, and being around other people, and it's just awesome. I don't know who that is. And it's just, you know, being around other people is just really awesome. So also there's that for the hammer and chisel, it's on Beachbody On Demand. So if you record yourself doing it, either the autumn or the Sagi, it doesn't matter. And you can do it even once a day. And if you record yourself and post it on social media and use the hashtag #BeAMaster, but no more than 1 minute, right? The recording. And you're entered in to win like awesome stuff. So just do it and go to Super Saturday. Like, just do it. Like, there's no thinking about it. Just do it. So with that, I hand the mic over to Paula, who's going to talk about creating high performance coaches.
Hey guys, how are you? I am actually, give me 1 second. I'm putting the link into the chat. For some reason, Derek can't connect. I don't know what's going on, but I just...
Derek's there.
Oh, he connected already? Okay. I was too busy looking at... oh, there he is. Okay. Let me share my screen so that I can open up the slides that I'm going to be sharing with you guys tonight. 1 second. I'm set up here already. Okay, there we go. All right, guys. So tonight we're going to be talking about creating high-performance coaches. A lot of us, I feel sometimes a lot of new coaches struggle on trying to find out exactly what steps is it that we need to be taking with our coaches to be able to help them advance in this business. So we're going to be going over a few slides that is going to make it a little bit more simple for you guys to understand this whole process. Can everybody see my the screen that I'm sharing? Just want to make sure. Give me 1 second.
Sorry, Edgar, can you mute yourself?
Yeah, everybody please mute yourself, because then even the recording will come out messed up with the background. All right, are you guys seeing the screen? Okay, perfect. All right, so one of the main things about this is, like, if you see all the little eggs, it says quantity. It's about quality over quantity. A lot of times we focus on bringing in and recruiting, and it's very important to constantly be recruiting, but it's also very important to identify. those quality people that you're bringing in and really engaging with them, because we are bringing in and recruiting and bringing in a lot of people that might just be interested in the discount. But it's the same way we have so much quantity of people that we're bringing in. It's very important to identify the quality people, the people that want to grow this business and that are excited about it and are interested in it, so that you can really grasp and hold on to them and teach them exactly what it is that they need to be doing with this business to move forward. So from the very beginning, as soon as you bring in these coaches, it's very important to help them develop that mindset, because this is a difficult business. It's network marketing. And to this day, I still have to do a lot of personal development and everything, because it is a tough business. You have so many things going on in your own life and your own struggles and your own doubts. And now you have to become this person that's empowering and encouraging and inspiring other people. So it's so important to make sure that you're getting these coaches started right, as far as helping them with personal development, provide personal development for them. We have so much personal development that I personally, in Team Limitless, anything that I can put in there that I've purchased or that I've come across and I can share it with you guys, I put it in there. I put it into the files. Go in there, search for the personal development. The compound effect is in there. That's one of the first ones that you should be getting your coaches started with, because it's going to help them shift that mindset. Because you have to remember, if we sometimes that have been in this business for a while now struggle sometimes with that, having that positive mindset to always be gun-ho and ready to do this. Just imagine those people that are just starting, that might be excited about this business, but are still struggling with their own personal issues and their own transformation. So developing that mindset from the very beginning is very important. Creating a culture and setting the bar high. So from the very beginning, you need to set the bar high with your coaches in setting up a game plan and what you expect from them. So mindset and belief is everything. Start with you. Focus on adding value and helping others. Believe you can achieve at a higher level. Dream big. Trust that you're capable of developing high performance coaches. Inspire your coaches to believe that anything is possible. Work through their fears and doubts. Relate via personal development and lead by example. So all these things are crucial to this business, because you need to, first of all, of course, believe in yourself, because if you're not believing in yourself and you are walking on eggshells when it comes about talking about this business, people are going to see that. So if you're not confident about the product itself and about Beachbody and about what it is that you're doing with this business, how do you expect for them to believe in it and want to do it themselves? So it's very important to make sure that you know what it is that you want out of this and you believe in it, because that's how you're going to portray it and that's how you're going to speak it to people. Believing that you can achieve a higher level, you always have to be, like something that Saudi had said, you always have to be a baby coach in this business. I believe it's so, so true, because sometimes we can become so overwhelmed by everything that we ourselves forget to just really pay attention and take direction. So it's always important to always have that mindset that like you're like a brand new coach and you're always willing to learn and constantly be reinventing yourself to achieve those big goals and dream big dreams. Like never think that a dream is too big. If it's big, listen, put it on your freaking wall, write it on your whiteboard, but make that thing happen. Because if it's actually a big dream and it scares you, it's worth fighting for, and it's going to help you continue driving forward. Inspiring your coaches to believe that anything is possible, to work through their fears and doubts. That's where I feel personal development comes in, and your connection with your coaches, that developing that friendship, developing that connection with them, that they know that, you know what, they don't only have to reach out to you for the business. If they feel that, you know what, they're doubting themselves, it's perfectly fine for them to reach out to you and talk to you about it, so you can maybe refer them to a good personal development that's going to help them. You know what? Just have maybe a personal conversation with them that's not just about the business, that's maybe just focusing on those fears and the doubts that they have about themselves, that you can maybe have them see things different and work through those fears. And lead by example. I mean, that just goes in reference to our 3 vital behaviors, being product of the product and leading by example. It goes hand in hand, because you need to make sure that you are posting every day and you are showing up, and because your coaches are going to follow the same exact thing you're doing. So if you completely disappear, your coaches feel it's okay for you to completely disappear because she's doing it, so why not me? So you need to be constantly leading by example. It's very different. Like, listen, we're human. We might take a vacation and we might not be posting as much as we are, but we are showing up. So, and we are still posting and we're still showing up. We might not be as connected as we should, but as long as you're leading by example, like, don't beat yourself up. Honestly, like, if you took a few days off because, listen, you needed to focus on your family and on just that personal time, because that's perfectly normal, because we do need to have that balance. Why isn't it changing? So creating a culture. What do you want your team culture to be? What do you want your coaches to be doing? Who do you want on your team? This is very important because you want to be recruiting people that you have things in common with. So when you are at these team events, like Mitchie said, when you're going to Super Saturday and taking those pictures with your team and everything, you want to attract women that you have things in common with and that you have similarities to, because you know what? It's going to be so much easier to build that that team bonding and that team strength, because you have things in common. Like, moms, what mom doesn't want to be home with their kids and working from home, and they struggle with husbands, kids, the daily to-dos at home. So you want to be able to connect to those women that you have things in common with and create that culture. Like, what do you want your team to look like? What kind of team do you want to develop? How do you want your coaches to be carrying themselves and performing? You need to set that from the very beginning and have a dream for your team. Do a vision board and write out exactly what it is that you want for your team. Who's drawing on the screen? Somebody drew on the screen. Was that you, Mitchie? Somebody drew on the screen for a second. That was weird. So do a vision board as to what it is that you want for your team. Like, I have a vision board of all the dreams and all the big things that I want to do for my team and to see my team continue growing. And you have to have that vision so that you can go ahead and pass on that vision to your coaches. Because guess what? If you pass that on to them, then they're going to pass it on to those coaches that they bring in. And you're going to build something strong, not something that's just built on, oh, maybes and some dreams and, okay, it's that I maybe want to achieve this. No, like, really connect with them and set a game plan and lead by example and let them know what it is that you want. Like, when you are looking to achieve a certain status in your business, it's not just about you. Let them know it's a team effort, because if you become a 5-star diamond, you're a 5-star elite diamond team. It's not just that I'm a 5-star diamond. No, you can really write on that you are part of a 5-star elite team. So always include your team and your coaches in the dreams that you have for the business and for this, because you need to include them, because they need to grow with you in order for any of these dreams to come to light. This picture I love. The speed of the leader is the speed of the pack. If you want to attract and create high performance coaches, you must be doing it too. Law of attraction. So this is just, it couldn't be any simpler. Like, it just shows that little duck fighting with everything he's got to get up that little hill, and look at all those other little coaches, little ducks are there watching him. And you know what? He's leading by example. Like, he's showing them that no matter how tough it is to get up there, he's doing whatever it takes. So guess what? They're going to go ahead and follow those same steps. They're going to do whatever it takes to get up that hill, no matter what goes on, and no matter how many times they slip down, they're going to keep on continuing to try to get up that hill. And it's all about leading by example. And when you start really firing yourself up and connecting with your team and getting them to see this vision and leading them by example, by hitting Success Club, by advancing in rank, by continuing to recruit, guess what? They're going to want to do the same thing, because I'm a perfect example of that. It's happened to me many times in my business that I might slow down a little, and I see right away how my team slows down. Like if I'm not constantly chatting or I'm not constantly engaged, everything sort of starts slowing down and it starts dying down. And it's crazy, but that's just how this works. You need to stay connected and you need to lead by example, because many times you'll even see that once you're fired up and you're starting to recruit and you're bringing in new people and you're doing all of this, all of a sudden, even those discount coaches that were just sitting on the side, when they see that these other coaches that you're bringing in are advancing in rank or hitting Success Club and you're shouting them out and you're doing calls with them, they're like, wait a minute, I want to be part of that. So that's where the law of attraction comes in. They're going to be attracted to that because they want to be recognized and they want to be having private calls with you or setting up meetings and dates with you, because you're going to take the time to connect with them because they're doing what they need to do. Sorry, this one. Set the bar high. So this part to me is so important because this business overall is not as easy as it may seem to everybody. Some people might even paint it like it's easy. You could do this. Listen, it's a hard business. And just like any business, we need to work hard at it. And it's very important that from the very beginning that you set those expectations up front, because yes, people are signing up to own their own business, but at the end of the day, you're their leader. And at the end of the day, you also have to, like, you know what, if we're going to work together, okay, we're going to have a call and we're going to discuss certain things, and you're going to have certain things that you need to complete and that need to be done. And if you don't do them, guess what? We can't have our call because your time is valuable. We all have hectic schedules. So you can't be always, let's say, setting apart time to be having calls with these coaches and everything that aren't doing the work. Like if they put the work in and they do the things that you're asking of them, then they deserve to have calls with you and to do everything that needs to be done to continue growing with you. But you can't be investing your time in it to absolutely everybody and like begging people to do this, because it's going to drain you. It's going to drain you because it's happened to me. And reminding them from the very beginning that they're their own boss, it's so important. Like you need to let them know, like, did you sign up to this because you wanted another boss? Because that you have at your job. Like this is really your own business. I'm here to lead you by example. I'm here to help you with trainings and to explain to you Success Club and to explain to you everything that you need to do to move forward with this business. But at the end of the day, you also need to understand that this is your business. I don't need to be texting you or calling you or messaging you every single day to tell you,
yeah, but I want to mute myself.
Did you do your workout? Did you invite? Did you follow up? Because you're giving them the instructions. You're giving them everything that they need to know. You're having that door open, letting them know, I am here for you 100%. Anything you need, you message me and I'm there to help you out. But you're not there to literally knock on their door every single day to tell them to open up the doors to their business. Because if they own their own business, you're not going to go and wake them up in the morning and tell them go open up the store because people want to buy something. So you need to create that expectation from the very beginning so that then you don't drive yourself crazy like many of us have, that we want to like grasp onto everybody and we are getting on calls with 50,000 people that aren't even doing the work or anything, just exhausting ourselves to get no results. So you become even more frustrated because you're like, okay, I'm connected on calls 24/7, but nothing's happening with my team. So let them know that they're their own boss and that there are certain things that you're expecting of them, but at the end of the day, like they grow as much as they want with this. No matter how much you want it for them, if they don't want it and they don't put in the work and they're not consistent, it's not going to happen. It's not just going to happen because you're posting that you like drinking Shakeology and that you like working out. It's not. Consistency is the secret sauce. This is 100% on point. You have to be consistent. Like, we have had other calls where it says that, like, let's say your social media needs to be like a magazine. It needs to pop and have people attracted to it. And that comes with consistency, because even Instagram, if you're not constantly posting, guess what? Your posts aren't really showing up on that feed, and not a lot of people are seeing that. Facebook, all of those things work the same way. So if you're consistent in every single day that you are posting 3, 4, 5 times a day, and you're consistent that you're always on that social media, people are always curious to see what's going on with you. And listen, even if you have an off day that you didn't post those 5 times or 4 times and you only posted 2, people are coming in to see, like, oh, wow, I wonder what's going on that she hasn't posted as much. Because they're always used to that consistency of yours, that you're always in there posting and you're always in there sharing. So that is, like, you always have to be present. Like, treat this, even when you're posting just a picture with you and your kids, and what does it mean to you to be at the park with them? It's all part of that consistency and that secret sauce of just sharing those little tidbits of yourself that is you never know who it's gonna attract. Success Club, a must for you and your coaches. Like, I learned this the hard way. When I first started this business, I honestly didn't take the time out to really understand what Success Club was. Saudi would tell me, yeah, you have to hit Success Club, but we didn't have the trainings that we have now. It was pretty much, we would go into the back office and try to figure out things ourselves. Like, the trainings and all the things that you guys have available to you now from when I started as a coach is just amazing. Because before, we didn't have any of these. We didn't have these webinar calls. We would just be like getting on the phone and talking to each other real quick and more or less explaining things. So if I know that if I would have really taken the time out to understand the Success Club and hit it from the very beginning, my business would have taken off very differently. It probably would have taken off a lot faster. But at first, I was just focused on my transformation. And yeah, I saw it as a business, and yeah, I'll bring in some people, but I wasn't really as focused on, okay, what does Success Club mean? Success Club is the key to growing your business. It really is, because you need to constantly bringing in new challengers. You need to be constantly bringing in new coaches, because you can have 15 coaches and 5 of them could be firecrackers and could be on it. But guess what? The day of tomorrow, 2 of them might fall off, and they might go from being a superstar diamond to all of a sudden just being a coach, and they're being okay with that. You need to constantly be recruiting people and hitting Success Club and helping your coaches hit Success Club, because all of those things is what's going to grow your volume. It's going to grow your team, and it's going to wake up even all those other coaches that are just sitting on the sidelines when they see that you're continuing to grow your team and all these people are just coming in and making this happen. Your daily activities, the power hour, and your 3 vital behaviors, you should run on that daily. Your power hour, you should have an hour where you're inviting, when you're following up, when you're checking up with your coaches, with your challengers. You need to do your workout and drink Shakeology and do your personal development, because without personal development, we'll fall apart in this business. We really will. Like, personal development is like the key ingredient to keep you moving forward with this business, even when you feel those days that, you know what, like you really feel like you want to give up on this. That personal development is going to ground you again and help you to continue move forward. So coaches who hit Success Club 5 in all 12 months of 2014 earned 23 times more money than the coaches who didn't hit Success Club or hit it inconsistently. Are you making Success Club 5 goal every month? You need to set it as a goal and as a priority, and you need to do whatever it takes to do it, so that, you know what, if it were to happen that you didn't hit that Success Club, you at least know that you gave your all, that it didn't happen just because, it's that it just didn't happen because I really don't know what happened. I was inviting, but you really weren't inviting. I was following up with people, but you really weren't following up with people. You need to do whatever it takes to, if you see that, let's say 1 month it was really easy to hit Success Club, go back to that month on your social media and start checking as to what it is that you were doing so different that it made it maybe easier, that people were even contacting you without you even having to send an invite. Make sure to constantly be inviting and building up that contact list and that pipeline so that you never run dry. You always have somebody to talk to, and you always have something in the works to be hitting that Success Club. And you need to stress that with your coaches as well. Like if they really want to learn and move forward and start seeing income with this business, they need to be hitting Success Club. Explain it to them. Explain all the perks and the benefits of hitting Success Club. Because if they really understand it, they really get it, trust me, they're going to work their asses off to hit Success Club. And you're going to start seeing growth in your business, and they're going to start seeing growth in theirs. So getting them started right. This is the most crucial part when you bring in your coaches. You need to do the GSR with them. You need to set up a call. I prefer to do Zooms, because even if it's somebody that I haven't met in person, that I've just been talking through social media and everything, it's an opportunity for them to really get to see me and hear my voice and see my mannerisms and hear me laugh and build that connection from the beginning. And really taking the time to fill out that getting started right and explaining to them the 3 vital behaviors and explaining to them what it is to become a Beachbody coach and what it is that they're going to be doing with this business and how it is that you're going to be helping them, introducing them into the team, setting up at first, definitely setting up those weekly calls, but give them weekly tasks. Let's say they needed to post an invite. They needed to post about their workout. They needed to post about Shakeology. They need to give you a list of the amount of people that they're looking to invite or that they are already sending invitations to. Help them out with those invitations and let them know from the very beginning when you're getting them started that you don't expect them to know it all from the beginning. And at first, you will be helping them in as far as learning what all these apps are and learning all these things that they could be using to create an invitation, because not everybody knows how to do that. We all just learned how to spice up our pictures with all these apps and how to create an invitation. When we first started this, they would have told us create an invitation. You look at them like if like somebody's talking to you in Chinese, like, what are you talking about? Like, create an invitation, like, how am I supposed to do that? So let them know that at first, you'll even create invitations for them. Send them the invite, send them the caption, and just tell them, listen, you're going to post this at this time, and then that's it. If somebody reaches out and you don't know what to respond, just know that you can reach out to me and I'm going to help you. And that's all part of the learning process. And connecting with them and having that first call and really connecting with them is going to help them start building that relationship with you and really feel like they are part of something. Not that they just, oh yeah, I'm a Beachbody coach and I opened up my own business, but they really don't see it as seriously because they haven't connected with somebody that's doing all of that. And setting expectations for them, letting them know, listen, this is your own business. You grow it as big as you want, and you go as far as what you want. And I'm here to help you, and I'm here to train you, and I'm here to do it. But you need to put in the work. Welcome them to the team. I went over that the last slide. Starting the communication, sending the email, the welcome email, request info, assign small tasks to do prior to call. Tell them what they need, what they can expect. That all goes with the getting started right. That's all part of what I just spoke. Getting on that first Zoom with them, going over the 7-day quick start, going over the 3 vital behaviors, giving them that first personal development, getting them started with that compound effect, which is going to help them set that mindset, setting that expectation of them, to letting them know that you're there to help them, but that it's their business and they need to do the work and they need to do everything in order for you to continue working with them to move forward, because your time is valuable, same way their time is valuable. You don't want them sitting there just wasting their time with you when they're not even prepared for what it is that you're going to discuss with them. So what I've been doing is, let's say I signed up a girl last night. We are setting up a call for tomorrow. I sent her today the 7-day quick start. I sent her the 3 vital behaviors, and I told her we're going to be going over this tomorrow so that she can go ahead and start looking at it, and then she just doesn't open it and she's clueless as to what I'm talking about. So doing that and getting them started from the very beginning, it's going to be a huge difference from those coaches that you just bring in and you're like, oh my God, yes, you are owning your own business and you're going to do this, but you're giving them no directions. You're giving them no expectations. You're not giving them to do. So to them, it's just, okay, I signed up for a challenge and yeah, I'm a Beachbody coach and I might invite about it, but they really have no idea what the heck they're doing. So it's very important that you have that first call and that you set those expectations, all of that from the very beginning, because you're going to see a shift. Schedule the getting started right via appointment. Do it within the first week. Within the first week, within the first couple of days of signing them up, make sure to get them on that call, get them on the Zoom, and do that business quick start with them and go down all that checklist and try to make it a habit. I'm not going to say try to make it a habit. Make it a habit to have them fill it out, to have them really fill it out. Because a lot of problems I had encountered is that I felt I was sending them the getting started right. They were looking at it, super excited. Yes, I filled it out. But then at the end of the day, they really didn't fill it out. And maybe those goals that they're trying to set and that why that they're trying to set isn't a deep why enough to keep them moving forward with this business. It's not a realistic goal that they're going to set, like this crazy goal that is like so non-achievable from the very beginning that they're going to get discouraged. So it's very important that you do that getting started right, setting those goals, setting those expectations, writing out that why, that you do it with them so that you can steer them in the right direction. Maybe they might put that their first goal is to lose like 30 pounds within the first month and become a diamond. That's an awesome goal, but make it realistic. Let's take baby steps. How about we set a goal that within this first month, you're going to lose 15 pounds and you're going to sign up 4 coaches that is going to get you to an emerald status and it's going to help you moving forward. And those new coaches that you're bringing in, we're going to get them started right together so that you're building something good. You're setting it up with a good foundation. This new business that you're setting up, you're building it right from the very beginning, and you guys don't make the same mistakes that some of us have made, that we're just bringing in everybody, expecting everybody to figure it out, expecting everybody to know it, and then we're wondering why this thing isn't advancing as much as we want it to. So if you get them started from the very beginning and you set those goals, those expectations, get them with that personal development, get them with those weekly calls, as long as, of course, they're following the steps and they're doing the homework that you assigned for them, you're going to see that you're going to start building amazing coaches that are going to be in this for the long run, that no matter how bad this gets or how hard it gets for them, they're going to keep on moving forward. Okay, so ask them to share their personal why and business goals. That's what I just spoke about. So important for you to do this with them. I can't urge you enough to really take the time out to do this with your coaches, because a lot of people has crazy goals, and it's awesome to have those crazy goals, but you also have to be realistic with those goals, because it's like me setting a goal of being a 15-star diamond by December, a 15-star diamond elite. Can I hustle my ass off and do whatever it takes to make it happen? Yes. But is it a realistic goal that I'm going to actually end up burning myself out and making that 15-star, but then within a week, I'm back to like a 2-star because everything just completely crumbled because I was just putting everything together, however, so that I can reach that goal, but I wasn't building quality. And that's where the quality and quantity comes in. You have to take your time and be realistic with the things that you're doing so that you're building it right and you're building something strong that's not going to fall apart on you. Personalize an action plan based on what they share. So take that time out to just talk to them and really find out, like, you know what keeps them up at night? Because some people say that, oh, their why is because they want to buy a new car because the car that they have right now really sucks. Okay, that's not something that's really going to drive them and push them to want to move forward when things get tough. That is not something that is going to, when they're getting 50,000 no's from people and they're pushing hard as hell on their workouts and they're inviting everybody and their mother and everybody's still saying no to them, that why is not going to help them push forward to say, you know what, it's worth it for me to continue pushing and talking to 50,000 people, even if they say no, because I know eventually somebody will say yes. The why that's going to get them is that one thing or those few things that keep them up at night. If they're a mother, are they working and missing those special moments with their kids because they're at work? If their parents or a single mother, because they're barely maybe making ends meet, and they're trying to figure out how they're going to pay this bill and then be able to actually enjoy a weekend with the kids and be able to pay the rent. Those are whys that are going to drive them, because this business can provide that. This business can provide that financial security, that this business can build something for them to stay at home with their kids, to build that extra income, to pay those bills and to get out of debt. So make sure you get that deep why, that they put it as their freaking screensaver, as a freaking poster next to their computer, a little post-it on their car that's going to help them continue moving forward anytime that they feel like they want to give up. Explain the challenge group system to them. For those non-challengers, explain to your coaches that at first they're going to start inviting to challenges, but guess what? They can add them to your group. When they get a good amount of people, they go ahead and they open up their own group with those people. But at first, people freak out when you tell them that they're expected to run a challenge group, because they're trying to figure out, how the hell am I supposed to do that? And I'm just barely motivating myself to get these workouts in. Now I'm going to invite people and I'm supposed to motivate them. So take that fear out of it and let them know, like, listen, at first you're going to be recruiting and you're going to bring in people, but guess what? You're going to add them into our group, into our challenge group, and we're going to do this together. And as you get the hang of it, and as you continue bringing in people, guess what? It's going to be so much easier for you to go ahead and now spread your wings, open up your own little challenge group where you're going to be doing your own thing and motivating and inviting, and send all these new people that you're signing up. They're going to go in there. Describe the importance of Success Club from the very beginning. If there's somebody that's serious about this business, let them know the importance of Success Club. As far as hitting Success Club those first 3 months, so that they get a free ticket to Summit, so that they can advance to Emerald within that first month. Because if you all have done the Getting Started Right, which of course you all should have, in the Getting Started Right, one of the first goals it tells them is for them to pay for their product, and on the second month it's for them to become Emerald. I go ahead and I put both of those in 1 month, because instead of hitting Emerald on the second month, they can do it the first month as they're signing up those 3 people to go ahead and pay for their own challenge pack. Explain to them from the very beginning that bringing in people and bringing in challengers, that's going to help them pay for their Shakeology, because that's usually a lot of people's fear. Like, oh my God, like next month I'm going to have to pay for my Shakeology. How much is that? Let them know, like, listen, you start hustling from the very beginning and you hit Success Club and you bring in people. Guess what? Next month, you don't have to worry about your Shakeology, because it's being paid for by those challengers that you brought in. Emphasize on the Success Club Starter Summit ticket paid for. Hype them up from the very beginning. If you've been to Summit, share pictures with them. Tag them in one of those albums that you have on your Facebook of when you've been at Summit, and explain to them what Summit is and how many coaches go there and everything that you learn and the connections that you make. Hype them up about it, and explain to them that they can get that ticket for free, which is like almost a $300 ticket, that they get it for free if they hit Success Club those first 3 months of their business. And guess what? They're getting paid. So they're getting a free ticket to go to Summit, and they're getting money in their bank account because they're bringing in people and they're getting commission. And they're building a team to build volume and start cycling. Utilize the tools in the Coach Online office, specifically the leadership ladder benchmarks. Now we have that leadership ladder. I would suggest to definitely go in there and study it, get to know it, because it really explains to you the things that you should be doing and the people that you should be working with and everything to continue moving your business forward and to have it continue growing. So get familiar with the leadership ladder benchmark, because it's gonna make you start seeing your business very different when you start seeing that, because you're gonna start seeing the things that you need to be doing to continue increasing that volume and those payouts and those leaders that are emerging, so that you can work with them. We just spoke about this. Invite, be proof that the product works, personal development, and identifying people that they want to help. And that first call, do the memory jogger with them. Let them know, like, listen, start thinking those people close to you that you're going to start inviting. your friends, your coworkers, parents that you might talk to, and women that you talk to because maybe you're part of a parents association, or your kids are in sports or in dance, the people that you are comfortable enough to be like, listen, I just started doing this and I'm excited to be losing some weight, and it's a business opportunity as well. I would love for you, would you like more information on it? And start having them write out those people that they would feel comfortable for them to be the first ones that they reach out to as opening up the doors for their business. And those could be the first invites that they do. And then sometimes people just take off on themselves. For example, the girl that I just signed up yesterday, as soon as she signed up, she went ahead and posted on her Facebook that she was so excited that she had signed up to be a challenger and that she ended up becoming a Beachbody coach, that she was super excited to do this. And she had like 5 girls commenting that they wanted to do it with her. So that is, that is a reality check for me that, okay, I need to work with this girl and I need to make sure that I get her started right. And I get her setting those goals and I get her understanding what it is to sign up a challenger and how to explain this to people. Because guess what? If she was comfortable enough to already be announcing it without me having to even direct her, that gives me an indication that this girl could be somebody solid in this business that could be moved forward and become a superstar diamond. So identify those people from the very beginning and work with them and help them identify those people that they can invite, and emphasizing that importance of personal development. This is the part that I tell you that is so important to go over with them, to set your goals, especially for Success Club, to set a time for them to work their business. Everybody is busy. Either if they're husbands, fathers, single men, they work. Everybody has a busy schedule, no matter what it is that you do in life. We all have busy schedules. So it's very important to make sure to have them set that time for the business. Have them set a power hour. Okay, between this time and this time, you're going to catch up in the groups. You're going to post. You're going to do your personal development. You're going to follow up. You're going to invite. But have them set that power hour, because if they don't do it, they're not going to move forward with this. And it's going to become a very negotiable thing that they'll be like, oh, okay, but you know what? I'll do some personal development tomorrow. Or you know what? I'll invite some people tomorrow. But then tomorrow came and I didn't do it. But it's okay. I'll do it the day after tomorrow. And instead of sitting for 1 hour, I'll sit down 2 hours to work on my business. No. Every single day, set the time out. Even if you know what? Your schedule was so damn busy that you can only do 30 minutes. But you did 30 minutes into your business and being productive and doing things that are going to help you move forward with this. So go over with this and go over that coach action plan with them and have them fill it out and send it to you, or have a Zoom call with them and have them share the screen and show it to you. But really have them fill it out so that you can hold them accountable with it and let them know, like, you know what, I'm going to be holding you accountable with this. That's why I wanted you to share it with me. Coaches who make it into the Success Club Starter Program earn 106% more than those who don't. So that just tells you off the bat how important Success Club is. Like, it just says it all there. You know why? Because from the very beginning, if those are coaches that started their business and from the very beginning they're hitting Success Club, guess what? They're already advancing to Emerald. They're already bringing people into their organization. If they are consistent in hitting that and bringing in people into their organization, they're building up volume. If they're connecting and you're getting them started right and they're doing the same exact process with their coaches, guess what? Those coaches are going to continue growing, and that's going to continue building more team volume and more income for them. And those coaches that start seeing income with this business are more likely to stick around than those that are just doing this, and just paying for Shakeology and seeing nothing in return. At that point, it becomes discouraging. Like, why am I even doing this? I'll just continue drinking my shake, doing my weight loss. Yeah, posting some stuff because I like inspiring and motivating people, but I'm really not worried about bringing in a lot of people, because what's the whole point of doing all that work when I'm not seeing any money? But when they start hitting Success Club and they start getting, even if it's that commission check at first, because they're still not seeing that cycle bonus, it's still money that they're seeing, that it's like, okay, now I don't have to worry about my Shakeology, and I even have some extra money to spend this month because of those Beachbody checks. So it's very important that you set the bar high for them to hit that Success Club and for them to understand the importance of Success Club. Send this follow-up email after your GSR call. Include action steps and double goals to accomplish within the next 2 weeks. So once you get getting started call right, after that call, give them homework. Like, you know what? I want you to read the compound effect. But within 2 weeks, I want you to have finished the compound effect and tell me what it did for you. Give me a list of how many people you're going to be inviting. Give me a list of how many people you followed up with. And have that weekly call with them at first, at least for those first 30 days, even if it's not weekly, at least bi-weekly, so that you can continue going over those goals and maybe rearranging those goals. Because you know what, maybe they hit that first benchmark that they set for themselves, and now we need to set a new goal and we need to set in a game plan to make that goal possible. So always stay connected with them. And the basic group, accountability equals results. The Coach Basics group, we started running one with this new format that Beachbody has. I actually have to give Kim back information on it, because he had to ask me to do it, and he had asked us all to run it and to tell us what our feedback was on it. I'm really not liking the way they set it up, that like those daily activities are basically just to tell me what Shakeology flavor you had and to tell me what your workout is. That's really not getting our coaches very engaged. I feel it would be, if they change that as far as every single day, how about giving some activities that go in line with that video that they just watched? How about setting some projects and some homeworks that go in line with that one thing that they learned that day? Or with using their business, I'm sorry, I lost the word. Their business activity tracker, doing their personal development, the people that they invited, the people that they followed up with, having them engage, giving us that information and everything. I feel that would be so much more productive, and it would help them learn so much more than the way they set up this new Coach Basics. Like, the information is amazing, but that daily activity is just so repetitive and it's so non-productive, I feel. So we're definitely going to tweak it. Mitchie and me had been talking about it, to tweak it and to definitely change the dynamic of it as far as those daily activities, to make sure that it's something that it is giving them daily activities that are going to help them move forward with this and help them actually learn something from that activity and from that video that they watched that day. Systems work and are duplicatable. Weekly group Zoom calls like we're doing now. Coaches in learning and sharing mode. You need, as this is so important for us to constantly be connecting in these team calls and to be doing these trainings and everything, because if you're constantly connected and constantly hearing from other coaches that I might be doing something a little bit differently and that's giving them results, and it helps you stay accountable and it helps you stay moving forward and constantly learning, because you might have gone online and you might have seen something and think you learned it, but then you'll connect on one of these calls and somebody explained it different, and then all of a sudden it clicked. So you need to constantly be engaging in these calls and everything, because you never know what one thing that maybe another coach might say that you learned somewhere else that didn't even click, but you heard it from this person, and all of a sudden it's like, okay, now it makes sense. And to constantly be engaged and learning and all the trainings that we have available, and having our coaches connected and having a daily and weekly task as far as good habits, to become good habits as doing their workouts, sharing Shakeology, inviting, forming, following up, engaging with the people that they're bringing in. That's going to set them on a path to success from the very beginning. And sort and identify your rock stars. Make sure that you identify those superstars that you have, and that you acknowledge them, and that you build a connection with them, and that you work with them. Because sometimes we have those rock stars that are so much of a freaking rock star that we feel like, okay, I don't need to be checking up on them because they got this. But those are the ones you really need to work with, because those are the ones that are producing. And those are the ones that are moving forward with this business. So guess what? You should be connected and really engage with them so that you can lead the rest of the pack with those leaders that you have emerging and with those rock stars. So identify your rock stars and work with them. Don't feel that because they're rock stars, like, okay, I could just leave them there to the side because they know what they're doing. This is a quick slide that it says 75% of new coaches who get into the Coach Basics program earn over 100 in their first month. 48% earn Success Club starters, and 64% advance in rank to Emerald Coach within the first 2 months of business. This is all with the Coach Basics. And it's why? Because that Coach Basics is teaching them those daily things that they need to be doing. It teaches them about challenge groups. It teaches them about volume, about rank advancement, about inviting, about personal development. It's teaching them on a daily basis. It's teaching them those key ingredients that you need in this business to move forward. So engage your coaches that want to work this business in a Coach Basics. Every single month you should be running a Coach Basics. And like I said, we're going to be wrapping up this one soon. And I'm definitely going to go into Hootsuite and completely change the whole dynamic of it, because that daily activity thing really is not working out. So definitely changing the structure of that. And of course, they're going to advance in rank because guess what? You have them inviting, you have them sharing, you have them learning. So if they're sharing and they're inviting, they're going to recruit people and they're going to bring in people. So they're going to become an Emerald. They're going to hit Success Club starters, which is going to get them a ticket to Summit. And that's already a huge, big thing for you to have your coaches going to Summit, because once they go to Summit, if they don't love Beachbody already, they're going to completely fall in love with it once they feel that energy of those coaches that they're surrounded by and they see the potential that there is with this business. It doesn't stop with the basics training. The activities continue. Many of your active coaches will just focus on running challenge groups and possibly hitting Success Club. A small minority of your coaches will go on to build teams. Your job is to sort and find the coaches who want to build. So that's where it comes out, as identifying your rock stars and identifying those people that are just interested in constantly just bringing in challengers and challenger, but they're really not focused on building a team. And you want people that want to build teams, because that's where the secret sauce is. That's where you start seeing that growth in volume. That's where you start seeing that increase in pay. That's where you start seeing that huge shift in your business, because now you have this big team and you have your coaches and their coaches and their coaches, and it's this huge thing that just starts spreading, and you have this huge organization that was all built with those rock stars that from the beginning made it their business to learn this and start building a team. Because if you want to succeed with this, it's not going to happen by just bringing in challengers and opening up challenge group after challenge group. You need to really engage and make sure that you're bringing in quality people and that you're engaging them from the very beginning, teaching them, training them, setting goals, and making sure that they understand the whole concept of this business as far as building a team. Monthly goals for each coach: run a challenge group, help 3 to 5 people into a challenge group, strive for 5 to hit 3 hit 3 at a minimum. Shoot for Success Club 10, hit Success Club 5 at a minimum, enroll 3 to 5 coaches who will do the same. So it's just duplication at the end of the day. You're bringing in these coaches right. You're having them getting started right. You're having them understand it so that they can do the same thing with their coaches. Everybody hitting Success Club, bringing in 3 to 5 people. Guess what? Your organization is going to grow and it's going to expand, and that volume is going to start growing. You're going to start cycling more, and you're going to identify those rock stars that are hitting Success Club, that are working it and that are doing it. And they're going to continue growing, and your business is just going to blow up. But definitely identify those rock stars, work with them, help them understand what Success Club is, and make sure that you're always helping them out. As long as they are performing and they're doing their thing, listen, work with them. Okay, we're almost done because we're already over 45. Recognition, I keep tabs on the time. Recognition and encouragement. Celebrate everything. that is something so big that I've learned to do, because honestly, before I would do it, but not as much as now, as far as acknowledging Success Club. I even acknowledge those that are almost hit it. So you know what? Encourage them that if, listen, you got 2-3 Success Club points, next month, we already know you can hit Success Club. You can push a little bit harder and get that Success Club 5. When they advance in ranks, celebrate that. Make them a really cute post. Post it on their wall. Post it on your wall. Post it in the team wall. Let them know how proud you are of them. Give them a little gift. Send them something, even if it's just a thank you card. People appreciate things like that, and they're going to become more engaged and feel appreciated by you. And it's going to make them want to work harder. Creating those shout out posts, sending them a private message, or just giving them that phone call to let them know how proud you are of them for putting in the hard work and to putting the skin into the game and making this happen. You're going to see that it's going to encourage them, and it's going to make them keep on wanting to push forward. And it's going to even wake up those other coaches that you have there sleeping, not doing anything, when they see you're recognizing all these coaches for their hard work and for building a business and for starting to see income in this. It'll wake up some of those coaches because they want to be recognized as well. These are just some examples of how you can celebrate when you have a coach go emerald, when you have a coach go diamond, when you have a coach hitting Success Club. Acknowledge everything in your organization. Put it in your group, tag them, put it on your wall so other people can see what they're achieving, and just make sure to always help them stay focused and aligned with their vision and with their goals, because that's really going to make a huge shift in this business for you. If you really stay engaged with your coaches and help them through those rough times and make sure that they're doing those 3 vital behaviors, that they're staying connected, you're going to really create something big, and you're going to create high performing coaches. Because from the beginning, if you set them up right and they do this, and you're engaging them and you're holding on to them and you're teaching them and you're seeing that they're going to be rock stars. They're going to be building rock star teams of themselves, and your business is going to blow up. And that's the end of our slides. And that team picture that was in Summit 2 years ago. So celebrate everything, shout them out. Even when you first bring them in, shout them out. Make a really cute post about them and put them into the group page and shout them out and introduce them, because that's going to make them take this even more seriously. We can open it up for questions. Let me stop share. There we go. Anybody have any questions that they want to ask? I want to shout out Jessica. It's her birthday today. Happy birthday, Jessica. No questions? Everybody's good?
Everybody's a 15-star diamond.
Everybody's a 15-star diamond. We're a 15-star diamond elite team.
There you go. So I had a Zoom with Derek last night, and we were talking about our upcoming presentation, and it got us thinking, right? So if I'm going to be making that picture on Tuesday nights to tell everybody what the topic is, that should get you thinking, so that everybody should come prepared with a question, right? Because it's so crazy, like a deer caught in the headlights when they're like, anybody has a question? I'm like, no. But maybe you do and you're afraid, right? Pop your cherry, ask the question. But think about it. Like, think about it. Let it marinate and come correct with a question. So that way you can, yeah. So you get the most out of this. It's not to take up 40 minutes to 60 minutes of your life and you to have these things going on in your mind. You know what I mean? Like, think about it and write down your questions so that way you can get the most out of this, right? Like, this is how we're going to learn. You know, don't be afraid to talk on here. I mean, if you can't talk with us and practice with us, you're not going to do it outside. You're not going to do it outside people, you know? Who said I don't have a cherry? Janet. You dirty Leo. All right. So I think everybody else is good. No one else wants to say anything. right?
No, everybody's quiet.
Okay, so we take the picture and that's it. Everybody has work to do.
I recorded, so we'll have it recorded last week. I don't know why the other presentation, it did not record.
Oh, well, that's why you got to be on live. That's okay.
All right, let's take our picture. All right. Does Joanna have a question? It says she had her hand raised. I guess not. Maybe
No.
press something by mistake.
Mm-mm.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for connecting. We will have another call next week, every Wednesday, another interesting topic. So thank you guys for taking the time to connect. I look forward to continue working with you guys, to see you guys connecting, and to growing your business. And just know we're always here to help you out. As long as you're putting in the work and you're doing what you're supposed to, we're here to help you. So have a great night, guys, and thanks for connecting.
Good night.